The movie theater, man. The movie theater. You've been to the movies lately, right?
Yeah, so I just went back to the movies for the first time uh, Friday Friday night, and I went to go see Tenet,
Right.
the Tenet, and uh,
Yeah, let's get into it, man. This movie, Tenet. They've been trying to sell you this movie. If you've been to the movies in the last 2 years, you know they've been trying to pitch this movie to you. For the last 2 years. The trailer done changed like 3-4 times. And you still, I still was like, what is this about? Was you confused with the trailers?
with the trailers, yeah. Once I saw the movie though, I could keep up with it. I could keep up what they was doing. It's one of those movies where you can't doze off. You can't look off to the side, be thinking about something else. 'Cause when you get back to it, like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Can't blink.
Well, hold on. Wait, what? Cause it's such a thing to where, especially what it's dealing with, like it's dealing with, future, present time, past. So at any point in time, if you check out mentally, or check your phone or anything like that, you come back up, something's done switch, and now you having to.
You don't know
You ain't trying to
what
realize
direction you're going.
Yeah, what direction am I going? What's going? It's like.
And for those who don't know, it's either got the same director or the producer as Inception.
Yeah.
Now, Inception is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But even with that, you gotta if you check out, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. Are they here? Or are they in a sleep state?
Yeah,
or what?
bro.
Yeah.
Inception is crazy.
Yeah.
This is like they tried to take Inception up another notch with this.
Right.
How you feel about it? Because I'm gonna say mine because I'm a dog.
You gonna dog it?
I'm dogging it, bro.
I think at some points it felt like, okay, now you're just trying to just make it extra on top of extra because when you have the one thing that was cool that they tried to do. Now I won't say they tried to do. They did is once it got towards the end of the movie and things are. Because you having to look at it from a certain perspective. They're showing it from a certain perspective. Now, when the perspective of time, and switches, and you seeing it from a different perspective, you just seeing it from the other side. It's like basically, envision this like you have a life that's being lived. On one side is now, and then you looking through a glass window. On the other side of that glass window is your life. Happening at the same time, but like in reverse. So that part of it, you gotta try to make sense. Like, okay, if they was going to reverse that way and they're coming forward this way, it's a thing to where it's like, I found myself just being really, really quiet and put the phone down and everything because I was like, because I remember you saying how confused and how whatever it was. So I was like, I gotta make sure that I keep up at least 90% of it, so I can at least when I walk up out of here, I can have some type of understanding. So I had some type of understanding as to what they was trying to do. It was something similar to some other movies when the person that's in
I shouldn't be having to figure out what you're trying to do. This movie is like watching a Sudoku puzzle. I didn't like it. I didn't like because it confused me so much to the point where I just stopped caring. I started texting. I was on Instagram like towards like the last 30 minutes of the movie. I was like, man, forget it, bro. I don't even care, bro. Like, and then the reason he's doing it,
right,
to save some chick. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. On top of that, man, this man cannot act. Denzel Washington is an amazing actor. None of that was transferred through his DNA, bruh. This dude, John David Washington. He's Denzel's son. He's very awkward. It seemed like he's still learning. Maybe he need to go do like Broadway or do some Sundance film, small movies first. but I feel like he got put on before he was ready to be put on because the Black Klansman was awkward. His acting was awkward in the same way, where you don't know if his acting is part of the character. Right. His awkwardness, is that part of the character? I'm waiting for something to be revealed that never get revealed about him. I'm just like, he's weird. Like,
have you seen him on the show? I can't think of the name of it, but he was on a show with The Rock, and he was playing a running back or a wide receiver or something like that. And The Rock was his agent. I forgot what it's called. That's the first thing I ever seen him on. Was that? But he is awkward. He is awkward.
His acting literally looks to me like in his head he like can't let dad down. Like he looks stressed on screen. It looked like he's thinking of his lines. It don't look like a lot of actors, the cold ones, know their lines so well that it allowed them to slip in nuances of naturalness.
Right.
He's not natural. It's stiff.
Yeah.
Like when he was talking to the to Patterson about like what plane, and this is in the trailer, about like how he want to fly a plane into a building. So what kind of plane? It was just he looked so stiff, like, and Patterson looked extremely like relaxed. He was into the role. This dude was like still reading the script inside of his mind, and it's such a complicated script and movie that you really can't have an actor that's awkward on top of that.
Right.
Like, I feel like somebody. I think
what I seen awkward in him when in the beginning when he was confined
in the beginning
to a chair and he was having. Well, this movie been out for a while. I don't. He was having his teeth pulled out of his mouth. Yeah. Him having to show that he was in pain. I felt that in what you saying now. I was like, okay. So, cause immediately when I go there, I'm already thinking, watch out for whatever Six was talking about. Even though I couldn't remember verbatim what you were saying, I was just trying to be technical as opposed to just going to enjoy the movie. I was trying to critique it. So I was like, yeah, he could do a little better with that or whatever. He was the way he was just panting and whatever. I was like, The other part of it, I seen the awkwardness. It worked in some of the things that was supposed to have been funny. It was how he was responding to certain, but he's so monotone at times. Yeah. You don't get the variation from one thing to another. Like if there's supposed to be some sarcasm, and then out of the sarcasm into a serious or something like that. His whole thing was kind of like. It didn't have a lot of personality to it. Yeah, it didn't have a lot of personality to it. So, and then to come to find out, it's one of them things. Just like as they started going more and more into the Terminator movies, you start to realize this particular person in this movie is the person who is the mastermind of the group of people that are trying to stop this world-ending situation. But while this person is going through it, because in this particular wormhole of time he's in, he's at the beginning stages of, and he's just a soldier. Yeah. But the reality of it is he's the mastermind of the situation, but he just doesn't know it yet. So when I looked at that part, I started trying to think of not metaphorically but figuratively, was there something to say? Which, not the actors, but the person who wrote this, was it something that they were trying to have become like a just like Get Out, just like Us, just like Inception. There could be underlying things to the meaning behind all of the stuff that's going on. Is like you control your own destiny, or some kind of like. I started I started to drum that up in my head to make, because I was like,
you shouldn't be that far into your own thoughts during the movie.
Right. And
like,
this was by towards the end when everything was going on. So it's like,
once they actually got to the part where they were at the little revolving door, I had checked out. I'm like, man, he's confusing me over some chick. I don't like it no more. Like, I want to know what Denzel be thinking, because he said they went to the premiere and his whole family was there. I feel like he stared out the corner of his eye at his dad the whole time.
What the hell is this?
I feel like he kept it 1,000 with him, like, bruh. I feel like John David Washington should be in movies with like Will Ferrell. He should do those type of odd movies because his energy is already odd. So it's just like that would make it funny if he was in like a Scream type movie or something like that. Like, but I'm not. No serious roles for you, bro. Go do a movie with Sacha Baron Cohen or something like that, man. I think he would be hilarious in a hilarious movie.
I think that I thought he did all right in that TV show that I was referring to him as the football player. I think he did good. He does good in that.
Okay, maybe I gotta see that.
And then the Black Klansman.
Odd.
There was oddness, but I didn't really. It wasn't to the point where I was like, oh, this dude. I never came to the conclusion that he couldn't act or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I just
felt like this movie was such a intricate type of thing. It might not have been. He just probably wasn't ready for that. Totally, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's part of the reason why it took so long to come out. I feel like they kept watching it.
They probably had to re-edit this and do different things or whatever because
it's not telling the story, and it still didn't really tell the story. I feel like that great. I feel like
because you was like, oh, so you almost ended with it like that, like so after all of this, it's still gonna happen anyway. Okay.
Let me tell you something. When I went to go see this movie, I went to my favorite movie theater in Springdale. When I came out, it's a dude who working there all the time, man. He was sitting in his car because the theater had closed at this point. So I'm walking out, and I just told him, he was texting in his car, and I just yelled to him through the window like, hey, that movie was trash, bruh. We had a conversation similar to the one we having now. And he was like, why didn't you like it? I was like, I was so confused that I just ended up not caring. I feel like I got robbed. He gave me one of his employee tickets for a free movie because I said I feel like I got robbed. That's how I don't, man, no, bruh.
So no, that's the lick though, right?
That's the lick.
Come out of every movie that you like it, man. That was
trash. Yeah, man.
Slap me a ticket.
I think every movie that he in, I'm probably gonna do that.
You know what? But I did.
I want him to be good.
I think that's what it was for me. Like, I didn't walk out of it hating the movie. I just felt like it was like okay. I'm like, all right, you can have a if they'd have put a Caucasian dude in it, and I might have still got the same. He wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? That person wouldn't have been ready for it. Because sometimes some people don't translate well in certain types of movies where it's needed for a certain type of charisma or a certain type of personality. They may not be there just yet, but they got thrown in because of whatever the case may be. Whatever. If he got in because his daddy is Denzel, cool. I can deal with that. Kudos for y'all. You know, he got some, you know, he but he still got more. He still got ways to go. He still got ways to go in terms of, you know, just getting better as an actor. But I feel like the movie was now that's just his acting. The plot of the movie is still the way they explained it. It still was like it's on that. It falls on them too.
And Devil's Advocate, just to say this, man, because I know I went hard on John David just now, man. When you're an actor, you have to understand the script. And maybe the script was so I feel like this is probably what you were about to say. Maybe the script was so complicated that he didn't know how to portray it. Maybe he was even like, this don't make no sense, bro. Right. Just find yourself in it, John. You're Denzel's son, right? Like, I feel like that's another reason it didn't come out for so long. Because it was like you said, editing to try to make it make more sense. But coming out and saying it was the same producers or makers of Inception, you trying to live up to a high standard. Yeah. Inception was amazing.
Yeah, that was.
It was amazing. Like,
and then the part of that, like I said, is one of those types of movies that if you turn, you go, oh, what? Okay, what's going on? But you got Leonardo in it. He's been acting for years.
He's a
He's
a monster. Played that role.
He
the supporting characters played their role.
Yeah, my man. What's his name? The dark hair dude's been acting since he was a youngster. He's really good in it. I can't think of his name.
That was a strong cast, man. Inception
that was
had a strong cast, bro.
Cast, and
even the people you didn't know did that.
Everybody did, yeah. Everybody, even the people you didn't know, got resume. They've been doing it long enough, so it's just like. Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad he got the opportunity to try. You know, it's something to work on.
Jaleel White could have did that as Urkel.
Oh no!
In Inception, it should have been called "Did I Do That?" Starring Jaleel White. It would have been better.
Oh snap!
Let me stop going in on this, man, because we just talked about black unity, man.
See how we do?
You see, man? God, we proving the stereotypes right, man. See, they can't even support each other. We would have never said that about.
Well, we supported and we paid and went to go check it out. You know?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, man, I want to see him in something funny, man.